source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? The goblins? Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about yours truly around town. An overseer's got to enforce his share of I'm finished with this one-pony rodeo, though. I did my best by these roughnecks, and now it's time for old Brandon to take a load off. In fact...
Galaxy in my hand.
Let's hear the details.
I must say, I'm also intrigued.
Oh, I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a challenge. Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fetch a prettier son. The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the King's cave. But you're a source hunter. You can sniff out any point of mystery. So let's make a deal, You find the tenebrium and bring it to me, and I'll deliver you a few pieces of information about Silverglen. And I wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though. So let me give you a little something to contain the tenebrium bars. It's lined with the fragments of a special stone that keeps rats' ill effects at bay. Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, he's not so different from a parakeet. Got a brain the size of a pea and a fervent passion for all things bright and shiny. The nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. He'd rather put those hefty minions of his on toll duty than mine these hills himself for 5 times the reward. I can't be certain myself where his cave is located, but at least one of those oaf lackeys of his must know where to look. They've got to do something with all the gold they've gathered in the course of garden, though. I'm no man to refuse a source hunter. As that circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered. Some freak woman with a freak gemstone managed to cure rot by some strange magic and convinced most of the locals that she were the conduit of the goddess, or a strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago, and folks have been clamouring to get their paws on the rancid stuff ever since. Rot? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around. Half the men here have a brother who died from it. The other half were cured by that cult. Lardon's actually invited those bug-eyed creeps here himself. The miners were dropping like flies, and goblins had more of a natural tolerance for the work. Little did we know they'd overrun the place in a matter of months. I remember him well. Decent man, strong-backed, with something of a funny accent, no? He managed to leave Silverglen alive, but as I recall, the symptoms...
Well, kick my cap and call me Sue. Taking tasks from backfields, are we?
Baby, 'cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Must you look every gift horse in the
Hi there,
mouth?
cutie pie. Wanna have a
Tenebrium
good
may
time?
well prove to be of incalculable value to us. And us, unfortunately, still includes you.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
What's business for you, anyway?
Swell enough, swell enough.
Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of some fun. And I'm just the girl to fun. Oh, go right ahead, sweet. Darling, I don't hardly recognise this place no more. Everything's changed since those silly immaculates came into vogue. The miners, they used to spend their last penny on a backwards glance from yours truly. But now, they just stand around and praise the so-called goddess all day long. I've no idea who she is, but apparently she gets her kicks from having blood sprayed all over her. Now, I knew a girl once with...
Come hither, sweetheart. Or if I... Did the sun come out? Or did you just smile at me?
I'm aching to show
No
her
questions, please. Ramon does not ponder. He does not wonder.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in...
For a little roll in the hay.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth. And my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
This is for you anyway. Well enough, well enough. This is better if you went in my direction, though. Truth is, I believe it's not. Wait for a second satellite. At least they don't have that underside of his wing.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers. Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my...
Quite a fine skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there? Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations, if treated properly.
barbarians are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and twice as mean.
At least you don't have that distinct, undesirable bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
A little word of warning, traveller. The lands to the north.
Remember, the goddess is the word. Through the conduit she speaks, and through me her wisdom is repeated. How may I enlighten you? Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them.
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the
We'll
conduit.
have none of that, you hear? The goddess is the word. Through the conduit she... Then it shall be my... Do you hold it to be true, O seeker, that you are ready to be tested? Blessed be your willing spirit. We commence. Premise the first. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must be...
Blood of the lost will
Correct.
flow.
Agreed. That is...
Premise the second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser, so that balance may be achieved. Correct?
Incorrect.
Yes, that is incorrect.
Premise the third. Only those who have partaken in the spilling of blood and thereby created the stone that lives.
Correct.
Agreed. That is...
Most gratifying. Oh yes, most exemplary indeed. You have understood the words of the goddess, and I deem you worthy of her true test, of the true trial that shall make you an immaculate.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
The goddess is the word. Through the conduit she speaks, and through me her wisdom. To become an immaculate, you must experience both the goddess's bane and her boon. Leave Silver Glen and take the western path. Follow it to where the winds immaculate guards bar the way, but tell them you have my blessing and they shall let you pass. But take utmost care. The road is beset with horrors and your mettle will be truly tested. I shall await you in the Chamber of Blood.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
Out of the way, human scum! Justice! I wouldn't make an enemy of Kadraska's pigskin unless you fancy being sworn. If you're not interested in purchasing the finest goblin wares in Rivellon, I prefer to go somewhere your sister is. Yes, pigskin, they run this territory. Except the goblin village, of course, though I suppose a sack of gold, the weight of 1,300 coins, might put me in the mood to share. I'm a business goblin first, pigskin. So let's make a deal. Here's what I know. The Spider Queen is not so different from any other monarch. Out of the way, human scum. Your stink is making my eyes sting. It's strange, pigskin, how one so rank and stupid as yourself has managed to avoid. But to answer your idiotic query, yes, a proud goblin am I, and as such I've got the most well-crafted. This particular stock is fresh from the anvil of the goblin blacksmith from our village across the plains here. I'd suggest
I suppose we'll be spared the troll toll this time round.
Better a toll than being spun into dinner.
Why are you all moving so? A tempest of dust! What happened to the lush forests of LÚCULA?
These high plains seem a far more treacherous landscape.
Curse this time-consuming tempest. Braving it is like wading waist deep through quicksand. The clock ticks on mercilessly while we advance at a slug's pace.
Sweet relief!
Decent dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my...
Welcome on our hallowed grounds. To me, my goblins, gather round your enough.
I'm overheating here.
To me, my goblins, gather round your totem. For the reverence of this totem, now stand. And for the reverence of this totem, now stand. And for the reverence of this totem, now stand. And enough. Go and rest. Drink spirit wine.
Gadasha the Bountiful be praised that we have made it out of that hell-sent sandstorm. The hour grows so very late, so very quickly. Pace-slowing impediments such as these will be the death of us should they persist. I've told you parts of the saga that is my life, Hunter. But I have yet to divulge the true reasons for my haste. Perhaps, at long last, I had better do so.
Once more, and drink great
Yes.
spirit.
Let's get this over with.
did. Yes, I hissed, fool that I was. I should have died that day. But instead, I fell into a stupor and awoke in a different realm of Rivellon, bereft of all my wealth, and with my soul betrothed to a demon's debauchery that would be 10 centuries in the making. But it had also kept its promise, that life-seeding obscenity of a creature, for I was my young, my healthy self again.
My goblins.
And yet, my bodily convalescence merely betrayed my utter mental degradation. A necromancer and a demonologist I had become. A lowly conjurer of like a savage, I lived in the wilds, a companion of beasts, not man. It was there that I learned to love them so, the animals of this world. These gentle beings that don't know the meaning of betrayal or greed, that kill but to feed, not because it brings them wealth or pleasure.
Your totem. Dance for me, goblins. Revere me with a jolly jig.
In time, resolve settled within my soul, despite being so irrevocably besieged by dissolution. I decided that I wouldn't accept the shackling of my being so easily. 1,000 years the demon had given me, and 1,000 years I'd dedicate to pitting my knowledge of demonology against its eponymous. Yes, it is my resolve to kill the thing I summoned, and I have been stalking it for well over 9 centuries. I, Hunter, I am nearly 1,000 years old. 25 of them a king. The rest, Balberith, is the demon's name. If I don't find and slay him before the year is out, my soul will be his to torture eternally. Now you know what drives me. Either I fail and suffer for all time, or I win and life everlasting will be mine. That is a good question. As for Hiraka, I don't know what happened to her. I have seen my erstwhile palace from afar, a ruin now, a house of wind and dust. Beyond a doubt, she moved on and lies, as we speak, in the arms of another king, assuring him he's only a bit under the weather, that he poor man. Like all men, he's a fool. Oh, but how I long to be wise. There has to be a first, hasn't there? If I can look her in the eye and denounce her, that shall be a start. But perhaps that day will never come. Born a fool. By all means. If you're in the mood for such, my instincts tell me he hides from sight in Phantom Forest. I could have guided you there, of course, but your own quest seems to push us inevitably in that haunted realm's direction. Maybe we'll both find answers. Answers and conclusions in that ghoulish grove where phantoms dwell. And so let the hunt...
What a life it is that Jehan has led. Like listening to a great tragedy. A tragedy that is about to come to an end.
Go and rest.
To an end, yes. A tragedy no longer. There's time yet to slay that demon and save Jehan.
Indeed. Balberith be damned. Jehan has source hunters by his...
Gather round your totem.